So I know it's just like a provocation, and the streamer who goes around with the gun and says like, why can't, like, is it okay for white people to say the N word and stuff? Um, it's almost like, yeah, don't even bother trying to make a video about that, because like he's just like farming content. He's just like, he's got like a real like rudimentary way to make some content. It's not really that great. Just leave that alone and yada yada. But there's just this point that I want to bring up about the guy's question, his frame of mind, making this kind of like it's kind of cheap, you know, it's like cheap type of content, like you know, um it's not just the N-word. You can go any neighborhood that's like relatively um poor or something, and just be like, hey, you come over here for a second, I want to talk to you or something. They'll be like, what, me? You talk to who? Like people looking at you. You can get beat up in so many different ways. It's not just the N-word. Like, I don't understand why. And if he's saying it's free speech and words shouldn't be enough to get somebody beat up, but it always has been, and it's always so many different ways that you can get beat up for speech. So what is the point? Like, you go to Appalachia, where the hillbillies are, and call somebody a redneck, and they'll be like, what did you say? Like, I'm not a redneck, I'm a hillbilly, and they'll beat the crap out of you. Or like um just like, hey, you're ugly, hey, ugly fool, like come over here, like come over here with the camera and talk, like, like, it's just like, why can't I just go up to people who are minding their own business and and try to irritate them and shit? Like, if it's like, you're, let's say you're in downtown Palo Alto or something, well, I mean, you're gonna have security and police and everything, like, so don't do it there, but go somewhere where the people think, like, it's a good chance that whatever we do to you is not gonna be, we're not gonna get charges, like there's nobody here to bail you out, like, and advise you to do it. Like, make some content. It's not just hoods, it's like any, like, there's neighborhoods that are just relatively, like, like, good places to live with some problems. They don't have like a lot of crime statistics, but there's still, people get, like, there's still things that happen to people in a predicament where I can get away with it. I'm gonna beat you up. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, and then have a gun ready, then in case they try to beat me up. And then, like, you're. It's like, do you just want to use that thing, or like, you want to make content, or do you have like a like a one of those, like, a streak in you, like, for that wants to take aggression or something? I mean, it's just, what's different about that than when it's the N-word? Like, it could just be like, your mama, you know what I mean? Hey, yo mama, or something. Like, why don't you make a video? Why can't I say your mama around black people, if it's free speech? Like, white people are not really much different. Any people, there's actually no such thing, if you try to categorize like what's it called, priority and like the health of society or something. Like, it's not a people, like they say, like um we are God's chosen people. Like, what's the point of announcing, like, you're already going to suffer on behalf of all the sin if you're God's chosen people? So why don't you have some, like, some unnecessary suffering? Like, don't engage to where you have to suffer unnecessarily So, if you already are, like, God's chosen people already probably imagine that there's going to be some suffering. So, any chance you get to not, like, to avoid it, or where you're not undermining your your faith, like, it's not, you're like, some people were tortured for their faith, so why would you invite it? Why would you invite that? Like, the Lord won't make it too difficult for you to follow him. Take one step closer to him, he'll take one step closer to you, and then there's also the fact that as many fucked up things happen to the followers of Christ, the same fucked up things happens to wicked people too. They just don't put it in the book. They just don't. It's just not like, there's not they're just not documenting this in the book, right? The people of the book. I mean, give it to the people of the book that you need them to decode it for you. I need a rabbi to decode, like, things I don't understand about the Bible, because it's not my book. Like, it's their book and shit. Like, I don't have a problem with giving people what's theirs, but, like, saying, like, black people, there's no such thing as black people when you're dealing with the individual, and then you have your own, like, sensibility about, like, the vibe that, or the frequency that you're on, like, around different people. You have your psychic ability. You can tell when something is going on that's, like, tension and shit before, like, you just pop up in a place and there's tension already there. You can feel that. Like, you don't have to make it so with a word, just as much as they don't have to kill you for a word. Or if it's just words, it's not going to bail you out, because I really made it sound like I was going around challenging people, like I'm going to beat people up or something. Tough people are curious, or people are curious if you say you're tough, how tough you are. Then they want to find out. They want to test it and find out if you're really tough and all this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's just cheap. It was just cheap content, kind of like creation gimmick for the internet, for some annoying guy. He's just like one annoying ass. And like, it's, black people are not uniquely inclined to beat somebody up over words. That's like everybody. If you go to a Mexican neighborhood and you're like, hey, paisa or whatever, like, orale, and if they know you're faking and, like, you're mocking them and shit, you're gonna get beat up. Like, it doesn't, like, there's nothing different about that. And then nobody should be like, everybody should have some business or something to do, that they're not, like, wondering, like, why can't I say this? Why can't do you want to? Like, is it even something you want to do? Like, if you don't get to do this, I don't know what, if I don't get to say that, like, you just need to have, like, well, I guess you don't need to have self-control if you're doing that gimmick, and you, like, no self-control, like, try to make it edgy or something, then people will watch it. What, like, okay, so why can't a word not be edgy or something? Is not a question. That doesn't, like, it's not, there's no, it doesn't serve no point to ask, like, why can't I, like, mock people or go around where they're minding their business, and, or just go talk to some girls, like, what do you think about, like, no-hide laws or something like that? They might spit on you or something. If they're Talmudic or something, they spit on you. But there's plenty of Jewish people that tell you that, oh, those ones over there are Talmudic, and they believe in Noahide laws or something. I'll leave them the fuck alone. I don't want nothing to do with it, like, I don't want to pay, I don't want to fund it. I don't want, like, maybe, like, it isn't like, and Zionism isn't necessarily Talmudic, but I don't want to fund it. But, like, Noahide laws are, like, Talmudic or something, but they were still, like, people of the same mindset as like as they were okay, there was a separation, I guess, where they lost some of the documents, or they lost some of their teachings or a book or something, and they didn't have it for a long time. And then it was like the Iranians were like, oh, we have the Torah, if, like, you want to get that off of us, and we know you were separated from this or something, we can get that back to you right quick. It ain't no thing. You know what I mean? Like, we think Iranian hates them, or hates all of them together or something. Like, and then from that you can't make a distinction, the difference between the Torah and the Talmud anymore, because like, why can't you, like, these why questions are not real. We already understand it. If you have a basic understanding, and you already know why, and you're not interested in going and fraying people's nerves and rocking the boat and stuff, that's like, or even trying to wake people up to something, like, you don't expose nothing. Like, if you wake people up to something like this, like, you get what you deserve. Like they're going to assail you before, and you deserve it, and shit like that.